Do you ever feel like the hair dye you're using makes you look older or dull, even when you're wearing elegant clothes and your makeup is flawless? Let me tell you something important. It's not your age. It's the hair color you're choosing for your skin tone. Today, you're going to discover which hair dyes brighten your face and make you look younger, and which ones make you look tired without you even realizing it. But be careful, because if you choose the wrong shade, you might be dulling your complexion without noticing. Stay until the end, because with just one change in your hair dye, I promise you could look up to 10 years younger and feel completely renewed every time you look in the mirror. Tip number 5. Identify your skin's undertone. This step is the foundation for everything else. It's like the base note of a perfume. You don't see it, but you feel it. Choosing a hair dye without knowing your skin's undertone is like doing your makeup in the dark. You might get lucky, but more likely, you'll end up asking yourself why that gorgeous color on the box looks so dull on you or seems to harden your features. Your undertone has nothing to do with whether your skin is light, medium, or dark. There are light and medium skin tones with warm undertones and darker skin tones with cool undertones. Don't worry. You don't need to be an expert or have a magical mirror. I'm going to show you 2 simple methods that work. First, look at the veins on your wrist under natural light. If they appear green or greenish, you have a warm undertone. If they look blue or purple, you have a cool undertone. If you can't really tell or you see a mix of both, you're most likely neutral, and that's a stylistic blessing. Second method, the jewelry test. If gold accessories look significantly better on you than silver, you probably have a warm undertone. Women with warm undertones tend to have skin that reflects a golden light. This kind of skin radiates in a way that makes it seem like you're glowing from within. Women with warm-toned skin usually tan easily, and their skin carries a softness that radiates warmth, like a hug from the sun. On the other hand, if you feel more flattered by silver jewelry than gold, chances are your skin is cool-toned. Cool-toned women are like the moon, delicate and luminous, and their ideal hair colors are those that highlight their natural freshness and elegance. Finally, if your skin is neutral, it may show a subtle hint of yellow, but can also reveal traces of pink or blue. This gives you the ability to experiment with different looks without being limited to a single range of tones. When you understand your undertone and choose your hair color accordingly, your features soften, your eyes light up, and the feeling is almost magical, like reconnecting with yourself after a long journey. With this first step, you're no longer improvising your style. You're designing your image with intention. And that, gorgeous, is feminine power in its most sophisticated form. What comes next is perfect if your skin has that warmth that feels like a golden summer afternoon. And if you're enjoying these tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about fashion, yes, but above all, we talk about self-esteem, style, and feminine power. Tip number 4. Hair dyes for warm skin tones. When you have warm-toned skin, your complexion gives off an embracing energy with golden beige or peachy undertones that create a soft, luminous, and naturally harmonious look. It's skin that radiates vitality, but it also demands balance, because with warm skin, your hair color can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. What we aim for is harmony, not unnecessary drama. The most flattering shades for you are those that reflect the warmth of nature. Caramel, mocha with highlights, chocolate, tones that evoke a summer sunset, the glow of a lit candle, or the warmth of a glass of white wine in the sun. Let me give you the perfect example. Jennifer Lopez. A woman who has perfectly understood how her golden, warm-toned skin turns into pure gold when she chooses the right hair color. Her signature shade, the famous blonde, that delicious blend of blonde and brown, is practically a masterclass on how the right hair dye can rejuvenate, soften, and elevate your entire image. Avoid platinum tones or ashy beiges. These can create a contrast that's too harsh, make your skin look more yellow than it really is, and even highlight imperfections you didn't know you had. If you're ready to give your hair a fresher and more sophisticated air, you can also try blonde. This subtle blend of blonde and brown creates the perfect balance, not too light, not too dark, just effortlessly elegant. On warm skin tones, blonde brings light to all the right places, enhances your natural warmth, and gives you that polished appearance that seems natural, but is clearly intentional. Another great option, and one that doesn't require constant salon visits, is a balayage in honey, caramel, or soft golden tones. This technique, when applied with finesse, creates a gentle gradient that blends beautifully with your base and adds depth to your hair without looking overdone. And it's not just about looking good. The hair dyes I've mentioned help you feel more in sync with yourself. When your hair color harmonizes with your skin, there's no need for heavy makeup or exaggerated accessories. Choosing the right color when you have warm skin connects you with your mature sensuality, with that inner warmth that doesn't need validation, only quiet admiration. It's a way to honor your inner light without covering it up. With these tones, you don't just look younger. You look more like yourself. Like a woman who doesn't need to shout to be heard. Are you enjoying these tips? Then don't miss my ebook, More Elegant Than Ever. It's a complete handbook to help you refresh your image. Link in the description. Tip number 3, hair dyes for cool skin tones. When you have cool-toned skin, your complexion tends to show hints of pink, blue, or ivory. This type of skin gives off a serene, clean, almost ethereal kind of beauty, but it's also quite delicate when it comes to color choices. Cool-toned skin looks absolutely stunning when paired with shades that bring balance without overdoing it. Platinum blonde, champagne, ash tones, light blonde, cool browns, jet black, and yes, even red and copper tones. While they might seem bold, on you, they look like an evening gown in the middle of winter, elegant, striking, and perfectly in place. And now, the perfect example of cool sophistication, Cate Blanchett. She's the definition of a woman with a cool undertone who has turned her hair color into an extension of her natural elegance. Cate has worn that Nordic blonde for years. What could feel impersonal on someone else becomes visual poetry on her. Her porcelain skin with rosy undertones doesn't need warmth. Here's a subtle but powerful truth. Well-applied cool tones have a visual lifting effect. They define the face, brighten the eyes, and give you that "I've got my life together" vibe, even if you argued with your bank teller that same morning. It's the kind of elegance that doesn't beg for attention. It claims it with quiet presence. Avoid overly warm tones like honey blondes or rusty reds. Even if they seem cheerful on the box, on you, they may clash with your skin's temperature, creating a visual effect of yellowed or faded skin. A bad dye job can erase in seconds the elegance it took you years to build. With a well-chosen cool tone, you don't just look younger, you look more polished, more refined. You look like an ice queen with a warm heart. And that, my love, is unforgettable. It's the kind of presence that doesn't need embellishment. Just one look is enough. And when you walk into a room, you don't make noise. You make history. When you have cool-toned skin and you choose the right shade, everything improves. Your skin looks smoother, your eyes brighter, your features softer. You no longer need makeup to look awake or effort to appear elegant. The color becomes an extension of your inner light, not a mask. And something even deeper happens. You start to recognize yourself. You stop fighting with the mirror. You stop searching outside for what was always within you. What's coming next is for the women who can get away with almost anything, but still need guidance. Tip number 2, hair dyes for neutral skin tones. When you have neutral toned skin, you're in privileged territory. This skin type doesn't lean too golden or too rosy, and that gives you a wonderful advantage. You can move freely between cool and warm tones if you know how to do it. Neutral skin is like a perfectly balanced canvas. This means you can give yourself more freedom when choosing a hair dye. But keep in mind, freedom doesn't mean everything looks good on you. It means you can play, yes, but with strategy. The ideal tones for you fall in the medium or deeper range. Balayages, beige blondes, honey, copper, medium to dark browns. The goal is for your hair color not to overpower your face, but to accompany it harmoniously. And someone who has mastered this perfectly is none other than Victoria Beckham. Yes, the former Spice Girl turned fashion icon has a neutral undertone, and that's allowed her to experiment with various hair colors without losing her essence. But if you look closely, you'll notice she never goes for extreme shades. Don't assume that just because you have neutral skin, you can dye your hair the trendiest color of the season without consequences. Even in neutrality, there are rules, and the most important one is aim for balance. Nothing too extreme, not too cool, not overly warm, not icy platinum blonde, not deep red, not an intense jet black. If you're going to lean toward one end of the spectrum, do it with refined elegance. Choosing mid-range tones when you have neutral skin is a sign of aesthetic wisdom. Not because you can't take risks, but because you understand the value of harmony. Your skin already has a natural balance that doesn't need to be altered, just enhanced with grace. Visually, mid-tones don't compete with your skin. They elevate it. Emotionally, they connect you with a version of yourself that's more authentic, more consistent, and easier to maintain without losing impact. Psychologically, having a neutral undertone is like having an open fan of possibilities. And you, Queen, aren't here to be confused. You're here to choose with class. With this skin type, it's not about taking risks just for the sake of it. It's about getting it right with elegance. Like a queen who knows beauty isn't in what grabs your attention first, but in what stays in your memory. Choosing this path means understanding that true style doesn't scream. It whispers confidence. And you, darling, know exactly how to make every detail speak about you without saying a single word. What comes next is the most realistic tip, but also the most powerful of all. Tip number 1, choose your color based on maintenance. This tip is the difference between a look that makes you feel empowered and one that turns into a burden. Because no matter how beautiful a fresh hair color might look, if 2 weeks later you can't even stand to look at yourself in the mirror without thinking, "Now, who's going to fix this?" then it's not working for you. If what you're looking for is to stay effortlessly polished without being chained to the salon, the ideal choice is low-maintenance dyes. I'm talking about shades and techniques that grow out gracefully, that don't demand constant touch-ups, and that blend naturally with your base color. Think tones close to your natural color. Balayages, browns, sandy blondes, soft highlights, or techniques that blend beautifully with your grays. Low-maintenance hair dyes are those that don't need frequent retouching, that age gracefully, and that avoid harsh contrast between the roots and the rest of your hair. They're perfect for the kind of woman who wants to look polished without being a slave to her appointment book. If you don't enjoy going to the salon every 3 weeks, steer clear of shades that require constant upkeep, like platinum blondes, vibrant reds, or strong contrast between roots and ends. These colors, while they may look amazing in a photo, are like toxic relationships. They demand too much and give too little. More natural tones, balanced with your base color, are typically easier to maintain, age more gracefully over time, and don't make you a hostage to your stylist's schedule. Another great option is to add soft gradients with techniques like faded balayage, colors that grow out gracefully, like a queen who doesn't chase perfection, just coherence. Choosing the right hair color isn't just an aesthetic decision, it's an act of self-awareness. Because when the color you wear in your hair reflects your essence, your skin glows differently, your gaze softens, and you recognize yourself in the mirror with a piece that can't be bought or copied. It's as if, suddenly, your outer self starts speaking the same language as the woman you're inside. You look more like you, stronger, calmer, like a woman who doesn't have to prove anything to anyone anymore, only enjoy the most refined version of herself. Because when you choose the right color, it's not just your image that improves. It lifts your energy, your mood, your entire way of walking through life. You wake up differently, you dress differently, you speak to yourself differently. Because something as seemingly simple as the right shade of hair color has the power to remind you who you are and everything you still deserve to become. Elegance isn't about excess. Beauty isn't about youth. Beauty is harmony. It's intentionality. And it's the feeling, day by day, that you're exactly where you're meant to be, in your own skin and in your own power. If you made it this far, drop a "I love my hair" in the comments so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. What you learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will show you how to dress for your body type, choose your best colors, and so much more. The link's in the description, and only the first ones to grab it will get all the exclusive content, because you deserve to look like a queen.